Okay, well, everybody, thank you so much for coming. Peer mentors, faculty mentors, and students entering freshmen. Okay, no, you're too fast. Okay. Well, we do this every year, and I'm hoping that some of you will be inspired, especially for your first semester, even though you're very bright students. We know that. That's why we invited you. Our issue is that the freshmen going from transition of high school to college or community college, even if you were early college, it's very different. It's difficult, and you'll hear from our peer mentors about advice that they're going to offer you, and then you'll have them around to talk to. So we're very glad that you could come. If we have any parents in the house, I don't think we do right now. And is somebody, Mercedes or somebody, can you watch the, if we need to get them in?
No, I can't see anything. I can only see the.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
I can.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll go ahead and advance right now. So we just want to welcome you. And when we're post-COVID, I mean, truly post-COVID, we will have all of our events in real time, face-to-face, with food. I promise. Okay, so yes, go ahead, go forward. So, you know, I am an advocate of Stephen Covey. I don't know if you've read him ever, but he's got a lot of books to read. You know, I like one of his quotes, and it is begin with the end in mind, meaning, what do I want to, you know, I say it very simply, what do I want to be when I grow up? And that the answer today may take you through the 4 years. It may take you through 8 years, but at some point it may change also. And what we don't want you to do is change every year. You need a path and a vision of where you want to go. And that way you're taking the right steps to getting there. Oh, good. Okay. Well, we're going to introduce your parents in just a moment. Okay. Thank you. So this is a picture of a graduating, this is a spring semester class, a cohort. This, I'll just give you a little FYI. This person is a master's at Rice University, and this person is about to, gosh, I just talked to him. He's about to go to PT school. And let me see where else they are. Oh, this person finished her master's in molecular biology. So she may be, her husband's in med school, so she might be going for a PhD. This person, who is that? Mitsu, can you tell who that is?
Which one you point
right out? Here? Look, right here. Can you, the third from the front, on the front row, third from the left.
From your side?
Yes. Uh-huh. Who is that? Oh, that's I can't remember her name. That was my issue. Oh, look who's here.
I can't see.
I know. Kyra, do you know who this is? Right here? Where's Kyra?
I'm not sure, ma'am.
Look.
I might have met them.
No, this is
the middle one. Okay.
Oh yes, that is my mother. Yes.
Okay. I was gonna go, I recognize her. So Kyra is a legacy. Her mother graduated from here. She's an engineer in I believe control and instrumentation. Dr. Fang, is that correct? Do you remember?
So the young lady with glasses?
No, the one two over.
This one?
Yes, that one right there. Thank you.
I don't recognize her.
Yeah, Nina.
Oh, okay.
Nina
Lalaki. So okay, you are kind of correct. She is not.
Yes,
she studied computer science, but she works in automation field.
There we go.
Yes.
She studied computer science. Okay, well, sorry to go on and on. it. Well, anyway, I don't have time to go through everybody. She's got a master's. I see why I need to be sharing so that I can use my little mouse, but that's all right. We'll name you a lot of people and we'll give you some stats a little bit later, but this is what we want you to think about. You're starting UHD, but your goal is to graduate because it allows you the next step to your career, whatever that is going to be. Workforce, master's, PhD, MD, DDS, I can't go through all of them, health careers, but this is your first step to this outcome. And don't ever lose sight of that. If you get downhearted for some reason, I don't know why, maybe you're going to make a C in something, you get your peer mentor, you'll find out who they are in the end of August, and then you come into my office and you talk to me, talk to Miss Nakamura. There are people here, we are your support system. Now, we're not your parents, but we know how hard it is, and we want you to be successful. We're giving you money to be successful. Okay, all right, next slide. Thank you. Okay, so special guests. Well, I would like, oh, is Dr. De La Vina here? Oh, she's probably too busy. Anyway, we have a new interim dean, and you will meet her at the orientation, but she is a math professor, and she was an associate dean in the College of Science and Technologies, and now she was appointed as interim because our dean, Dr. Usman, was appointed to be the interim provost. So it's a very just wonderful opportunity for both of them, and a great opportunity for us to have people in the upper administration. All right, next. Okay, and I wanted to introduce our Academy staff. So the Scholars Academy is part of the College of Science and Technology, which is a college within UHD, University of Houston Downtown. So we're not a degree generating department, but we are a department in the College of Science and Technology. Of course, I'm your director, executive director, our program coordinator. Mercedes, you want to say a few words?
Everyone, welcome. Great to see some faces. I know I've seen emails. Thank you for responding. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just welcome. Have a great semester. And
Right.
You're here because you deserve it.
Absolutely. All right. And then our business department manager, she's on vacation today and for a few days, so she's not available, but and generally you don't have very much to do with her, but we like you to know what she looks like. Our administrative assistant, Rosemary Perez, she's been here six months, and she's very efficient, but you'll meet her at the orientation as well. And then peer mentor coordinator. Now, Professor Nakamura is a math professor, but we like to, and she really doesn't work for us, but she does work for us. And but she's in the math department. Ms. Nakamura, would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, good evening, everyone. I wear many hats, but one of my favorite hats is being a peer mentor coordinator for the Scholars Academy. And I will be working with you in many different ways for the first year. So you get to know me soon enough. So looking forward to working with you all.
Wonderful. All right, go ahead and next slide. Now we have is it moving? Okay, so our faculty mentors. Now I want to start with, you can read the names. I believe Dr. Weining Fang is here, Dr. Mian Zhang. Now Dr. Jedick was scheduled, but she sent me a last minute message. She had to buy a new car and she's stuck at the dealership. And I just said, hooray, that there's any cars around, you know? They're hard to come by right now because of the chip issue. So Dr. Fang, Dr. Rettel, are you here? No. Okay, Dr. Fang, go ahead. Introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about what you
Again,
do.
hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all here this evening. Some of you we have met during summer early. So again, we are getting ready for the fall semester. Introduce myself, self-introduction of myself. I'm a faculty member in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering Technology. I teach electronics, automation, control systems. With SA, I have been a faculty mentor for quite many years. Also, I work with students organizations. There are a couple of student organizations I want to plug in here for you to think about. One is International Society of Automation, ISA. The other is Society of Women Engineers. So think about these two and some other interesting student organizations you want to join in, where you are also very active with SA activities, so that you have a very enriched, campus life, so to speak, on your first year and move forward and have a successful study experience at UHD. Looking forward to work with you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now we just had a new, another entering freshman come in, and let me get him to say hello so we can see his, is that okay? See his face. Let me see who it was. It was, hang on. Omar. Can you say something so you pop up onto the screen? Omar, are you with us? Omar? Okay.
Hello, yes.
Yes, wonderful. Can you show your, are you able to show your face or no?
What is that again, sorry?
Show your face, put your picture on just for a moment.
Just a second, actually. I'm his father, actually.
Oh, you're, oh, okay. Well, welcome. No, that's okay. That's all right. Mr. Alani, that's fine. And we welcome you. You don't have to
Thank
show
you.
your face. You're fine. And we hope you enjoy our program. We've already started, but we'll catch you up. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So I was just saying, thank you, Dr. Fang, for talking about your engineering technology. Dr. Mian Zhang, we would like to invite to talk about chemistry. He's in the natural sciences. Dr. Zhang?
Oh, yes, Dr. Parker. So welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Mian Jiang. And yeah, I have been working with Dr. Fang, Dr. Parker, for Dr. Nakamura for quite some time. And then I know some of you who are actually the peer mentors here. This is really my fortune. And I teach chemistry for the general chemistry on the entry level, and also the other division, quantitative chemical analysis and the instrumental analysis. We carry a lot of research, and then this research cannot be done without the active participation of very motivated students, the past student and the current the students in the future. Of course, it's very beneficial to do research even from the first semester. And I did research with students in the first semester. You just need to lock the doors for the faculties, okay? And one door is not responding, the other may be responding to you. So, right. And I would feel very fortunate, even on behalf of all of the attendees here. So you really are falling in very good hands, and UHD is such a wonderful place, not just for its very affordable tuition, but also for the location and also a lot of active research. I mean, the multidisciplinary research carry on in the same time. And then after all, these research are already sponsored by our great Scholars Academy. And Dr. Parker works on timeless to get all of those grants, and then so everybody help. And as she mentioned, so you are being paid for doing this. That's really a lot of advantage that our sister universities in the state of Texas, they do not have those. So take advantage of that, and of students, just lock the doors. Don't think you are doing research just for your own resume. Of course, that's very important, most important, but also faculty benefit from those, and we are mutual learning from each other. So we benefit from each other. Faculty are not just as passively giving you the knowledge. They actually benefit from your very bright young minds. Okay, so it's mutual beneficial. So you do take a big roles in this active research. Definitely, I don't want to just go drag on so long, and you can talk to some of the seasoned students here. Okay, they work with me, they work with other faculty before. Talk to them, share the experience, especially even during the pandemic time. Okay, we can still do research. So talk to me later, and then definitely I look forward to working with you, some of you in the future.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you both for sharing. And he is so right, and they both are right. You know, they have the research agenda to move them up the career ladder of a professorate position, but you are very lucky because the more master students, the more doctoral students, postdoctoral students, the less an undergraduate gets access to the actual research and to the professor who owns the research. So it's a joy. And I can tell you, once you do research a couple of semesters, you are ready to go out. I mean, we want you, when I say go outside of UHD, I mean, apply for research. We want you to stay here and finish 4 years, but you're going to have opportunities sponsored by the Scholars Academy that will allow you to see other places and do other things. And we're going to talk about those things in just a little bit. Thank you so much, professors. Okay, let's go on. Okay, faculty mentors. So they shared their words, and we'll pass this one along. And now what I'd like to do, the students that are here, I want you to introduce yourself by saying, and if you don't mind, if you want to turn your camera on just for a moment, and you can turn it off. Introduce yourself by saying your name and maybe the high school you came from, and definitely what you would like to what you're going to major in. Okay. So I know Omar is not here. His dad is here. So we'll just say that Omar's a new student. Irene, would you mind sharing first? Irene Bermudez.
Hi, yes, my name is Irene Bermudez. I just graduated from Kip Houston High School.
Okay.
And I hope to major eventually in chemical engineering.
Wonderful. Okay, I have a comment after we finish this. Stephanie Angel, I don't know that she's here. Maybe not. Kyra Bennett, I think you spilled the beans already, but go ahead.
Hello, I'm Kyra Bennett. I came from Quest Early College High School, and I'm going to be a geologist, hopefully, and major in geology.
Okay, I apologize. Kyra.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'll try.
It's okay.
3 or 4 more times and I'll get it. Okay, great. Jacqueline Gutierrez.
Hello, I am from Lamar High School, and I'm planning to major in biology.
Wonderful. And what do you want to be once you get the biology degree? Do you know that yet?
I was hoping maybe getting like my master's, or like in order to become or to work in like inside of a as a mortician. I forgot how it's said. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. When it comes to you, spit it out. All right, Masani Huckabee.
Hi, my name is Masoni. I graduated from Atascocita High School, and I'm going to major in chemistry with a focus in forensics.
Wonderful. Now, does that mean forensics, you want to go into the police business?
So forensics and police is a little bit different. Police is more like upfront, and we're like behind the scenes. So we do all the
Okay.
investigations.
You want to
and stuff.
do forensic chemistry, right?
Yes, ma'am. Mhm.
Lab, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Mhm.
We have that degree. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin, I don't think he's here. I don't think he's here. Kevin, Sophia.
Hi,
Sophia, there we
I'm
go.
here.
There we go.
Hi, my name is Sophia Poza, and I'm going to be majoring in nursing.
Wonderful. And you're gonna be with us, and then you're gonna go, and then you're gonna come back to finish, and that's great. All right, Eusebio Rodriguez.
Hi, my name is Eusebio. I'm gonna be
Good.
majoring in control and instrumentation, and I came from KIPP Northeast.
Wonderful. Go ahead and introduce your parent.
This is my mom.
Hi, my name is Nora Rodriguez.
Wonderful. So glad you're here.
Nice to meet you.
You know, we usually, when we have food, everyone comes. What can I tell you? And we always have good food, but you know, we'll have other events. Hopefully we'll get past this COVID. All right, thank you for joining us. And if you have questions, Mr. Alanani, if you have questions, or Ms. Rodriguez, if you have questions, please just a little loud. Okay, Manuel Rosado, was he here? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, good, you are. Yes, you are. Okay, go ahead.
My name is Manuel Rosado, and I graduated from Heights High School, and I'm going to be majoring in computer science.
Wonderful, wonderful, great. Okay, Raul Soto Alabrace.
It's Alabarce.
Alabarce.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My name is Raul Soto Alabarce. I just graduated from Spring High School, and I'm focusing on majoring computer science.
Great, great. Everybody's doing computer science. Even the engineering people are doing computer science. What can I tell you? The math are doing computer science. The biologists are doing some computer science. It's amazing. All right, Dat Trin, I don't think he's here. Madison Winden, I know you're here.
Hi, I'm Madison Winden, and I graduated from Ridgepoint High School, and I'll be majoring in nursing. And then I also have my mom with me.
Wonderful. Please introduce her.
Hi, I'm Kim Winden, Madison's mom. Just curious to learn a little bit more about the Scholars Academy.
Wonderful. We're glad you're here. And if should you have any questions like the other parents, please go ahead and just raise your little electronic hand, or we'll get to you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Great. I think that's everyone that's present. And if I missed anybody, shout out right now. Okay. Let's go ahead to the next slide. Thank you. Okay, so we wanted to give you ordinarily in real time, we would give you, well, this is real time, but you know, electronic. We would have posters up for you to walk around, talk with the students that went to the research, did the research. So in this case, we decided we would ask 3 of our students to present what they've done recently. And it might have been in the spring, it might have been in the summer. And so students, as you give your talk, would you please let them know when you did it, and was it virtual? Probably everybody was virtual. Almost everybody was virtual. But the first group will be Alina Ali and Rafael Galvan, and their research PhD mentor was Dr. Katerina Jedek, who is not able to be with us today. Okay, go ahead. Is it on this? Is her PowerPoint on this, Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes, I have Alina and Rafael's. If you want me to just go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
And then we'll come back to that slide if you don't mind. Okay, Alina, are you ready, Rafael?
Yeah, I think Rafael is gonna start.
Well, let's
hello,
make sure. Okay.
I'm here.
Great.
All right. Hello, everyone. For our presentation, we did data science methods in solving differential equations. We presented this at a nuclear cal physics.
Yeah.
And we took third place out of all the presenters. Right.
Did y'all win anything?
Yeah, we won like $50.
Okay. Well, you had to split it. You had to split it, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's
Yeah.
all right.
All right. Next slide, please.
Okay. Next slide. Okay.
So in our research, we were introduced to a new upcoming field in research for data science called neural networks. As you can see, as demonstrated on the side here, there's a diagram of what appears to be a bunch of circles and lines, but it's actually a representation of what a neural network might be. The input layer, the hidden layer, and the output layer act somewhat as a brain. That's where the neural comes from. And so for this project, we used Bernstein neural network methods for the approximate solving. And we define the approximate solution called the trial solution, which we get the initial conditions and we get the output, which would be our neural network. And we evaluate it in a software called Mathematica. We were given free access provided by the Scholars Academy for the software called Mathematica. We inputted our trial solution with our initial conditions, and in the next slide, you'll see that we showcased the type of errors that we get from the train points we put in. Next slide, please.
So yeah, we use this approach Bernstein neural network to solve some differential equations. So this is our example 2 from our results. We are looking at like simple differential equations. So this example is an exponential function, which is y prime equals e power x, and the initial condition is y of 0 equals 1. So this is our analytical solution, also known as true solution. So we can see that the solution of this differential equation is y of x equals e power x. So, and when we put the 0 in place of x, then we will just get 1. So this is the solution from calculus. Now we want to look if the neural network produce the same results. So we are looking at the solution if it is the reasonable solution. So L equals 5. This is how many training points we use, and H is 0.12 is the parameter of Bernstein polynomial. Any number, positive, negative, but if we choose the 0, then it's just the regular Bernstein polynomial. So n equals to 2, that means the output of the neural network is the quadratic polynomial. So if we compare the trial solution and the true solution, we will get the error. So the error on the right side, you can see it just it is very small, which is 10 to the power minus 3, and we plotted the graph. So now with this exponential function, what we did this summer is we want to see if you can move to the next slide, we have different results where we use the n equals 2 and h equals 0.12. These are the fixed parameters, and we just changing the L. So we are increasing the L from 5 to 15, and we can see that the error is decreasing. And in the second column, we fix the L and h, and we are just changing the n from 3 to 5, and the error is decreasing as well. But when we change the h, there's no effect on the error. So that's what we found this summer. And our future plan is to make our code better and using the Python programming language and publish the paper using these results and that we found this summer. So that's it. Thank you.
Wonderful.
And, I would like to thank Dr. Parker and Dr. Jadek for giving us an opportunity that we did this summer.
Well, we want to thank you for, okay, so let's go. Rafael, what is your major?
My major is computer science.
Okay, but you're working with Dr. Jadek, who's mathematician, stat, but also a little bit of data science, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. But coding, I heard that word, coding. So, okay, Alina, what is your major?
My major is data science.
Wonderful, data science. So, oh, that's great. Now, they have a partner. There's a threesome, Solomon Khan, and I don't want to leave him out, but we really only invite the peer mentors and the families and our faculty to this particular outing. And each advocated for him, and I talked to him separately, but he understands. So, his goal is to become a peer mentor. So maybe he'll be here next year and you'll have more research, who knows, for the next group. Thank you all. That's a great presentation. Okay, can you go take us back to Ms. Gonzalez, the next one? There we go. Okay, and now we have Asia. Oh, before I introduce you, Asia, when did you all do your research, Alina and Rafael? What time period?
I started from the spring 2021.
Yeah, I started from the summer of 2020.
Yes. Didn't you start 2020, Alina?
Spring 2021, this year. So spring and then this summer. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yes. And Rafael was in the first group that did research virtually. And these professors did a wonderful job. We wrote a paper on it because they were so creative, but nonetheless. Okay, now, Asia Carter. She is mentored by research PhD, Dr. Ting Zhang, who has small children, and she's not able to be here right now. All right, so Asia, do you want to share your screen? Can you, yes, great.
Mm-hmm.
I love this.
I'll share my screen.
Okay.
All right, let me share my PowerPoint that I made.
Yeah.
All right. Can everybody see it?
Yes, very good.
Right.
Well, you want to put it on the big one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I can.
Yeah.
There we go.
Great. Okay.
All right. Hi. Hello, everybody. My name, as Dr. Parker said, my name is Asia Carter. I worked under Dr. Zhang. Actually, this particular research, it wasn't my first one. I had started in summer 2020, but I had started on this particular research since spring of 2021.
Okay.
So this specific research, it revolves around computer. Before I go on it, I'm a computer science major. I almost forgot about that. This particular research, it revolves around computer vision. Computer vision is just a library of programmed functions that are used to process images. So during our research, we went over the basics of computer vision, and Dr. Zhang had asked us if we wanted to do different pathways, different applications, how we could use computer vision. And since personally I'm an artist, I wanted to see how computer vision can be used to make the visual art. So as you can see right there, with the rise of technology, it's possible to do visual art digitally, such as using Photoshop and the other applications of the Adobe Creative Suite and Clip Studio Paint. Personally, I use Clip Studio Paint. And as you can see, they at its core function, they can be done using computer vision algorithms. Like, for example, there's GIMP is another application that uses OpenCV alongside other packages.
Correct.
So looking into research, I had found a project it's called Learning to Paint, which it looks, the goal of this project is to see if the user can replicate brushstrokes as if they were being done by hand. And as you see right there from the GIF, multiple brushstrokes done by the user, it'll eventually come together into the painting that you see. My goal was to create a smaller version of the project. However, unfortunately, I wasn't able to I wasn't able to create my own yet. The code that was available, it was pretty tightly, it was pretty specific. It had to have been it used some something to do with Google Drive. I couldn't exactly get it to work, but I do want to work on it, and hopefully I do want to present this for the GMIS conference.
Oh yes, yes, absolutely. Get that abstract and set it in there. Go ahead.
This is some bits of the code. This part of the code, it should if I'm correct, this part of the code is what causes the image to load finally by itself. If I'm correct, I need to look back on that. And I can share my abstract very quickly. Let me stop sharing.
And you sent the abstract. Well, everybody that did was supported by Department of Education MSEIP funding had to do an abstract and a PowerPoint because they'll have a conference eventually and we want them to be able to present. So here's her abstract. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to show it. We're not going to read it.
Yeah.
Okay. They can email you if they want access. Okay.
That's
ahead.
my research. That's the basis of my research that I've done for the past 2 semesters.
Very nice. How many semesters? 3?
2.
2?
2. This particular research was done over 2 semesters. First, I started in the spring, and then I continued just this summer.
Okay, very nice. Great. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Questions, anybody? No? Okay, that was great.
Thank you.
And let's see if we can share back. Mercedes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think Nick is next.
Yes, but I want to read
You want the PowerPoint? Okay.
I do want the PowerPoint, and then we'll undo it again. Okay. Thank you. Anna, are you there? Anna, you were so still. I wasn't sure if you were a picture or but it's you, isn't it? All right, and our next presenter, thank you to Asia, that was very nicely done, is Nick Nguyen. His PhD research mentor was Dr. Maria Benavides in computational chemistry. Okay, Nick, we'll stop sharing if you'll share your screen.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, very nice.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Nick Nguyen. I am a chemistry major, and this will be my 3rd year in Scholars Academy. I worked with Dr. Benavides in this summer of 2021. And so the emphasis of our summer research, the emphasis of our summer research with Dr. Benavides was computational chemistry research by means of Gaussian View 6.0 and Gaussian 16W software to explore the chemical nature of organic chemical compounds. The computational studies allowed each of us to predict the molecular and ionic structures of the complex compounds and calculate the molecular and spectroscopic properties. Each student participating in the research was assigned the task of locating a transitional metal complex with some interesting applications. After thorough research and countless hours of reading peer-reviewed articles, the transitional metal complex I have selected is an article focusing metal II complexes with Theophiline, more specifically manganese, cobalt, and nickel complexes with Theophiline. The software will allow us to analyze the highest occupied molecular orbit and lowest unoccupied molecular orbit, or homolomal, which are the energy gaps that indicate stability of the transition metal complexes. Gaussian utilizes DFT, or density functional theory, and SED basis set to achieve this goal. The first step was the optimization calculation for my Theophiline complex. However, when I was doing this, there were a few errors that prevented the optimization calculations from fully carrying out. Once that was completed, frequency calculation was completed, and then However, density functional theory will be utilized, and while SED basis set was an option, it was not necessary for my specific complex compound since it was not as large as the other two participants. Transitional metal complexes are significant in catalyst, material synthesis, photochemistry, and biological systems. TMCs with drugs have gained steadily increasing importance in inorganic and medicinal chemistry and attracted much attention in drug development strategies over the past decade. In particular, TMCD often show enhanced activities and profound reduced toxicity as compared to free ligands. Theophiline is a methyl xanthine, purine base with the structure quite similar to the common dietary xanthine, which is caffeine and theobromine. It is similar to one of the most widely prescribed drugs for the treatment of disorder in the psychological functions of the pulmonary system. The applications of theophiline complexes indicate antioxidant, antibacterial, and antifungal activities. At the end of the research, it was very difficult to continue since it was a very in-person calculation, and so it was very difficult to carry online. So that was one of the major issues that we all had during this process.
Right, they're large functions, aren't they? I mean, large processing time.
Yes, and so we really needed Dr. Benavides to help us with those processes. However, since it was all online, it was very difficult to meet up with her and for her to fully explain and how to solve each problem that arose.
Right. Well, hopefully in the fall, since some of the courses will be face to face, you will have an opportunity to get in her lab and do something. But that sounds very promising. And so let's just extrapolate that to, if everything worked, what new drug would you model and then ask somebody to develop it or something of that nature? Maybe Dr. Jang will develop it, but anyway, or you can work with Dr. Jang to develop it. What are you thinking about in that end?
It is very difficult to say since by the end of the 5 weeks, there were many errors in the calculation part, so we weren't able to really proceed very far. So hopefully by next time I work with Dr. Benavides and have more background knowledge, then I can fully explain or answer your question.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. That's a nice job. Okay, let's go back to the guiding PowerPoint. Well, you can see that these three young people, now, Asia, when are you graduating?
Should be graduating in spring 2023.
Yes. So, they're fairly young in their careers, and yet they've already been to some conferences. They're doing research, even in that virtual, a lot of universities didn't venture out into the virtual, but because the professors have to move their research along, they develop different mechanisms or parts of the project that they could do virtually. So as you can see, these are eventually very important. And I can tell you that the students have gained in terms of presentation skills, and that is why we do a lot of this. Okay, thank you all very much. All right, we'll go forward. Okay, so just very quick, go on to the next slide. I'm going to talk just a little bit about college. When I started to put this little, I just hate words. I like pictures. There's always a first day of school, a first time you're going to go into school. I remember in elementary school, when I went myself, oh, I was so excited. And then when my girls, I have 3 girls, and they went, they're very excited. We might have gotten a pair of new shoes, pair of clothes, you know, for the first day or 2. And then we wore the old things. But you're always going back to school. And then middle school came, or high school came, and it was, there was still excitement, but you see more content, more subject matter associated with the educational process. And now you're here at UHD, right? And you're really going to take a deep dive into an area, and lots of areas, but you're going to finally get into your junior, senior year. We're not going to hold you back on the research, but you'll really get into the subject matter that you want to move forward in for your career. And it's exceptionally exciting. And you have freedoms. You may live at home, but you're going to be a different person because your schedule won't be like high school. And you're going to have to study this much more. And you're going to have to, you know, your parents are not going to say, don't you have homework? They may want to, but they are not going to say it because you are responsible for this. Now, you may hear from me because I'm paying some of your tuition. And we want you to be successful. We won't harangue you, but we want you to, we can see when students maybe are lost or not enthused. And so we want you to know that this coming up is going, this UHD opportunity, it really is an opportunity for you. Not, I know that in your family, maybe everybody will go to college or has gone, but in the world, not everybody goes to college. And in the United States, not everybody goes to college. And this is a gift. Dr. Jang said that best. It is a gift. It's a gift to him, but it's a mutual gift. But going to college, it really will separate you from the rest of people, right? In terms of job opportunities, in terms of helping the community and helping yourself and your family. Okay, next slide. Okay, and so, you know, I look at the classroom, and the one on the upper left is elementary school, and the one, you can see the one in high school, lower left, where they're just sound asleep, bored to tears, because they know everything. And then the upper right-hand side is the beginning of college, where they're enthused, they meet other people that have similar interests as them, that are really pointedly seeking excellence. That's your academy program. And then the lower right is that year you're going to be graduating. You know, you look like an adult, you act like an adult, you act professional. It's just exciting to see the changes that are going to happen. And sometimes you're in it all, but you will realize the changes. We will practice those changes with you. There will be times we'll ask you to wear a suit, and you might be thinking, I don't have a suit, but we're going to give you opportunities to be able to get one free of cost. All right. So, and whether you're a female or male, it doesn't matter. We're going to get you looking like you are the professional you're bound to be. Next. And here's some of the end. This program is going to get you ready. And somebody wrote it in the chat. I think Riley did. It is a family. I mean, we look after each other. That doesn't mean we're the same majors, but these people in the front, they are peer mentors, and these people over here and over here, they're faculty mentor, and they sign up because it's more work, but they really will guide you. They won't drag you. That's not their job. You have to bring the energy and the enthusiasm and the excitement, right? Once you find out what you really want to do. I know I asked everybody to say what they're going to major in, and what college is going to do in part, it's going to encourage you to that major, but it's going to broaden your eyesight, your experiences to other majors that you may not have thought about. And then your job is, how can I still do this, but bring another type of major in there? I'll give you the example, biomedical engineering. That's 3 disciplines brought together. And there's lots of examples here that you've already seen. So be open, ask questions, be excited, right? And you're gonna enjoy and really relish the experience you're gonna have. Next slide. So what does the Scholars Academy have to do with you at UHD? Well, we're gonna help you complete your degree program. And we help you by requiring you to take at least 12 hours per semester. If you don't take 12 hours, you really, if you're in honors also, you will have to take 15. Because if you don't accumulate 30 credit hours each year, you won't graduate in 4 years. Now, some would say, well, it's okay. No, you have other goals beyond getting a bachelor's degree. Some of you want to be an engineer, some of you want to be a doctor, some of you want to be a nurse, some of you want, that's another level of schooling. And so you want to compact, that doesn't mean rush. You want to make sure every move, every class you're taking is the right one for your degree plan. And we have our College of Science and Technology advisors who will meet with you during the Upstart week, and they'll ensure that. Now, Ms. Nakamura will tell you more about that a little bit later. So we do expect that you are going to continue your high level of achievement that you've already had and raise the bar. And then we expect that you're going to have excellence. Show and demonstrate excellence in whatever it is we're asking you to do. Whatever you choose to do it in an excellent way, right? The pride is now yours to own, right? Before, your parents may have made you do it or encouraged you to do it. Now you are in charge of the heights that you go. And so what else do we provide you? We're going to provide you opportunities. You heard Asia talk about wanting to take this research project to the GMIS. That's a national conference, Great Minds in STEM. And she will get her abstract submitted, and we will get it. Dr. Zhang's very good about getting them in a shape that they're going to be accepted. And then she'll get, even though it's virtual this year, she'll get to go to a conference where computer scientists, data scientists, mathematicians primarily are going to be recruited by companies across the United States, Google, Facebook, Chevron, all the oil and gas, all of the electronics, software companies, some of the engineering companies, so many companies that you will interview online in the course of a 12-hour day. And then you get to win prizes. I mean, the last time we went in face-to-face, which was 19, we took 36 students and 35 won internships or jobs. If you were a graduating senior, you got the job. If you were otherwise, you got an internship. You won an internship because we get them prepared for that. So this is very exciting. And then finally, resources. We're talking about money, food in some instances, and right, we're going to help your academic success. We have free tutoring in in natural science, computer science, engineering, technology, and mathematics, statistics, data science, everything that College of Science and Technology offers, we have free tutoring. And some of you might say, well, I was in top 10%, maybe I was higher than that. In high school, I don't need to tutor. You will. You want to make sure your high school A doesn't become a college C. You want an A or a B in high school and no C's, right? No C's, because one reason you can't stay in SA. We want you to stay eligible for our money. Okay, learn how to learn. Exactly, Ms. Nakamura. And some of you know that already, but you got to practice it more. Okay, and then we want to make sure we support you in not taking the easy way out. Everything's going to be difficult in college, but you have to sustain. You have to work at it. You have to study, seek help, right? From the professor, from the tutors. And then we do a lot of career development and employment development within the Scholars Academy and external to the Scholars Academy. The Career Readiness Center at UHD will help also. So we'll always be there, and we'll be there even when you don't think you need us, okay? All right, continue, please. Okay, so we expect that you're gonna be a full-time student, at least 12 hours. And you know, your real academic education starts now. High school was probably not very difficult for you. Maybe once in a while you had to study if you took AP classes, but what you would do there, you would study and you would memorize, study, and then you would forget after the test. Here, you're building your knowledge base for your career. So you want to study well enough it gets into the long-term memory, okay? And then, so we said lessons to leave behind from high school. Well, meaning that if you had bad habits, you never read before class, you didn't review yourself before class, those are not good habits. But Ms. Nakamura will talk more about that at the Upstart program. And then we want you to work with us, right? Go to your faculty mentor, go to your peer mentor. You're going to know who they are for our orientation on August the 27th. And then I'm going to tell you my quick stories about my own children. One is a little embarrassing, but I'm telling it. So I'll tell this one first. So the library story, oh my goodness, it's a terrible story. These were my twins. I had twins that went to college together. And, you know, the first semester, I would call them and they never called me. And I'd say, where are you? They said, oh, we're at the library. And I go, oh, good, you're studying. And then they came home for you know, the end of the semester. And it was time to pay the tuition. And I kept asking them, where's your grades? What is your GPA right now? I haven't seen it. Oh, they haven't posted it yet. And, you know, I did go to college and I was working in a high school, but I knew all about that. And I sat him down with my husband right by me. I said, we're not going to pay your tuition until we see your grades. Oh, they both burst out crying. And they said, you wouldn't do, I said, listen, we are not going to pay what we have to pay at A&M for you to have C's, D's, or F's. And the tears flowed heavier. I said, I will put you in community college. There's nothing wrong with community college. I will put you in community college. And they said, no, you wouldn't do it. Your friends would make fun of you. I said, I don't have any friends, so don't even go there. And they confessed. There's some bar. Now it wasn't, the drinking age was 21. There's some bar in College Station named the Library. That's where they had been. So we fixed things. And here's how I know we fixed things. we did pay the tuition, but it was at great expense for them. And we said, well, they started calling me and they'd say, Mother, I got an A on this. I got an 87 on this test. And I said, oh, great. Because I said, I know you're studying, because when you do well, you've done this all your life. When you do well, you want to share it with us. That's what students do. They share the good news with the parents. Nobody likes telling bad news, right? So don't be like my daughter. Now, I will say this. My daughters graduated in 4 years. They did go summers, which is fine. And they are gainful. When they graduated, they had a job and they worked for a few years. One of them got a master's degree. Both of them are married. Both of them have children. They're both happy. If I told that story, they probably wouldn't remember it. But it's an important story, because college, even at our low tuition prices, $7,000 a year, more or less, is a lot of money. It's a lot. So when we pay $3,000 and you earn other things, you foot your own bill, right? So it's very important. Okay, now the frog story. All right, so the frog story is probably the most relevant. I always tell it at orientation, so you'll hear it again. So there was a frog, and I was boiling water. I was heating water, and I had just started to heat it, and the little frog jumped in. Don't ask me why I have a frog in my kitchen. And jumped in, and oh, it relaxed, right? And then suddenly the little bubbles are coming. It doesn't pay attention. It's cozy, warm. And then the big bubbles come, and it doesn't even know it's being cooked. Meaning that sometimes you're drowning and you don't realize it. Now, if I put that same pot of water boiling and I put a frog in it, the frog would immediately jump out because he has good sense. Don't find yourself so deep you can't even see you're sinking, right? You got to ask for help quickly. Ask for it frequently. If you don't know if you need it, come see me. I'm going to look at your grades, and I'm going to talk with Ms. Nakamura. We're going to decide, yes, you do, or no, you don't, right? Okay. Now, we want you to have fun, but we want you to be serious about your education. You are STEM majors, one of the hardest majors, doesn't matter which part of STEM, one of the hardest majors in college, but one of the most lucrative when you graduate. I would say that, okay? And then you're gonna make some really wonderful friends within the Scholars Academy and external to the Scholars Academy. It's gonna be a delight. You don't have to live on campus to have a wonderful college experience. You will have one at UHD. We have a rec center. You're gonna be able to take advantage of our new rec center that's about to, they've already broken ground. And so it should be up within the year. Okay, next. Oh my, there's no way. Who is the we? Well, of course, it's all the staff and faculty, administration at the College of Science and Technology, right? And the University of Houston downtown, our president, he knows about our program. He is excited about our program. It's our peer mentor coordinator, our faculty mentors, our peer mentors, and around two other students, undergraduates that are in the Scholars Academy, right? We're your family. Okay, next. And the way we make this happen, I don't take credit but I did talk to Dr. Spears about this. He was the founder of this program 21 years ago. But what we do is we have discipline-based groups. This is a chemistry discipline-based group. Go to the next slide real quick. so they can see it close up. And so this one happens to be a control and instrumentation. Dr. Fang is the faculty mentor, and this mentor was a young man. Riley will be the mentor for this group. And then we have all the students that are in this major, and they meet together at least once a month, okay, every semester that you're in Scholars Academy. All right, next. So we have these groups, yeah, go ahead. We have these groups for every discipline that we have, geology, biology, chemistry, mathematics, statistics. All right, how good is the Academy? Very, very good. So this is our 21st year. We've received accolades from state and national organizations. We receive major grant awards. We have a database that establishes the success of SA, meaning we need you to tell us when you succeed. We can look at GPAs from 1999 to 2021 spring, and we can show the GPAs rise when they come into our program. They're high when they come in, but they rise even after that. And then we want you to know that as you become an active member, you will succeed and often beyond what you thought you could. So dream big and listen. All right, next. Okay, I just wanted to let you know that for one of our grants, we were writing, which we did win. We put together a 6-year graduation rate disaggregate, meaning we took just the SA members over the 6-year period, and we calculated the graduation rate. And look where we come out. We have 70% graduation rate, just our little academic unit, not the entirety of the UHD. They calculate all freshmen, but this is freshmen only, and we rank very close to A&M and to UT and above UT Dallas, Texas. I won't go through all of them, but look where we rank. We have some smart students that are accomplishing, and they are running for the winning wire, right? They are running to be able to get to their goals. Your goal coming into college as a freshman is, I want to graduate. It should not be, I want to make it through the first semester. I want to make it through the first year. Your goal should be right now, I want to graduate with a 4-year degree. And as you become juniors, your goal, or sophomores, your goal is going to switch. I want to go to medical school. I want to go to PhD. I want to do this. So you begin to shift your goal with your successes. Next. And then I just want to show you this because we do believe in inclusiveness and diversity. UHD is a minority serving and a Hispanic serving institution. And so we are diverse. And so you can see the 6-year graduation rate. This is not as high as we want, but it's very high for African Americans. We don't have a large population in STEM yet. And Hispanic, 75%. If we were to look at female Hispanics, it would be higher than 75. We do have that data. Asians, 59%. That should be a little bit higher. Sometimes Asians will take maybe 4.5 years, right? And then the rest of the individuals. Okay, next. Okay, so I turn it over to Mercedes for some financial advice for your college education.
Hey everyone. So the ideal goal is to graduate debt-free, right? So you can do that from the very, very beginning. So we'll go through a few ways to do that. Okay, so first of all, you're already on the right foot, because if you take a look at this, comparing 4-year institutions, we're very competitive. So as Dr. Parker stated, yeah, close to 8,000, 7,000, yeah, that's some money, right? And these figures are for 12 hours fall and spring semester. So we're being conservative here, but yeah, definitely save money from the very beginning. So there's a few ways, other ways to mitigate the damage, right? So you've already started again on the right foot with joining Scholars Academy. You notice several scholarships. Now these are individual separate scholarships. And notice that some may be major specific, some have requirements beyond graduation. So as a postbac, you would fulfill certain requirements like the NRC grant. And you know, if you're interested in these scholarships, Dr. Parker can give you a little bit more information. But of course, if you're not a chemistry major, for example, you would not qualify for the Garrett. And each scholarship has its own requirements. And when your record is reviewed, that's how you're assigned to the appropriate scholarship. The JAMP program is for pre-med majors, and the Merit Scholarship is through the admissions office, and that is reviewed when you apply to the university. So it's a bit of a process to get your scholarship posted to your account. So first of all, you do have to be accepted to UHD and accepted to the Scholars Academy. There is a faculty committee that reviews your reviews applications and makes recommendations. And then again, your application, your academic record is reviewed, and you're assigned to the appropriate scholarship. Then the paperwork begins. It is, you know, it takes time to get that paperwork. So it moves from the Scholars Academy to the Financial Aid Office. And while that's processing, you're also attending two important events for new students, which is Gator Ready. Gator Ready is what you would call days of taking care of business. For example, registering, getting your financial aid in order. And then Gator Gateway is a little bit more relaxed. It's a social event. It crosses several days, and that's where you interact with faculty and departments and your college, and again, your advisors, just so that you're become familiar with the UHD community. And so Scholars Academy also requires that you register for a seminar in your first semester, and you will be notified of which seminar, and that depends on your Common Core. And so your records are reviewed and you're assigned to the correct seminar. And then of course, all new applicants must sign an offer letter and submit it to the Scholars Academy. And that's pretty much the process. Please everyone, stay on your My UHD, your record, log in, keep an eye on your postings. You know, you're able to look at which scholarships you're awarded. And because sometimes there are delays that we cannot control, please make a plan B, so that if one of your scholarships doesn't post, you are still meeting that payment deadline. Otherwise, your classes will be dropped. So always have a plan B, but we do our best to process everything in a timely manner. Okay, so there are a couple of differences between federal aid and state aid. And so Scholars Academy has scholarships that are need-based. If you are, assigned a need-based, you would have to apply to FAFSA and TAFSA. So FAFSA is the federal application and TAFSA is the state application, the state of Texas. So you wouldn't need to apply. As opposed to if it's not need-based, you don't necessarily need to apply. Now, generally, we recommend that you always apply to financial aid every year, please. Even if you are denied 1 year, you never know where, some parameters may change with the state, with federal. And so, if your personal circumstances change, you never know what you qualify for. I know I made that huge mistake, and I imagine I, lost some scholarship monies there. But please, I know it's not great to get denied, but you never know. So please apply every year. That's what we recommend. Now, TAFSA again, FAFSA is for citizens and permanent residents, and TAFSA is for undocumented students. And they're also eligible for the Texas grant because again, those are state funds. International students is a great way for you to gather some money by working on campus or working off campus. And that is done through the admissions office, through the Office of International Admissions, and they will certainly help you with the paperwork. And I'll say a little bit more about working on campus, which is referred to as work study. So working on campus is great because we just hired 2 work studies ourselves, and it's great because you're there, you're on campus, you don't have to travel, you don't have to deal with traffic, you are interacting with faculty, you're interacting with your peers. And so you're getting to know the UHC community more and more. When times are slow, students will study. And so it's all there, right? You go from class to work site and back and forth. So it's really convenient. Eventually you become an expert, right? Because you're going to be asked a lot of questions of everyone that comes into the department. So we highly recommend work study. Just a few more ways to, gather some funds for your education. So the Upstart program begins in August, and we will be providing a registration link at the end of this presentation. And ambassadors work for the Scholars Academy, and these amounts will vary depending on funding that's available at the time. There's also research leaders, tutors, peer leaders, peer mentors that are present, research, internships. And if you're accepted to a conference, you will receive an award as well. As you can see, if you're active and you're able to participate in one or more of these, you also get funds as well. And again, it's depending on the funding that's available at the time. Okay, some practical advice. I've heard this in the presentation. Dr. Parker mentioned this, studying, that's what you're here for. You have 4 years where yes, you will make a lot of sacrifices, you will invest a lot of time and effort and brain cells, but it will pay off. Be prepared, read the assignments, get those questions, ask the professor, show them that you're interested and you're invested, because that will certainly help with your success. And then, we just mentioned a few ways to budget and hopefully graduate debt free. So generally you want to spend less than you earn. And then, overall, holistically, you want to take care of, not just your mind, but your body, because it's all connected. Find ways to have fun and to stay healthy, whatever works for you, because believe me, I'm older, and I will tell you that it makes a huge difference to just general care for yourself. Parents, support is invaluable, as you know, financially, emotionally, and just be there for a student that is spending a lot of time and effort, and that investment will pay off. So and there's ways to, maybe find alternative ways to make some more time for studying, gather the family, gather friends. And so there's ways to find support in that as well. Tons of websites out there. The Office of Financial Aid alone has a few websites to begin with. You could spend days on that site, which I've done, and I've searched, Googling, right? But that's a great start right there at the financial aid page. College for All Texans is an awesome resource. I've been on that site as well, and they provide a lot of good starts, fast web as well. And please don't ever pay for this service. Just the scholarship sites are out there. They're all free. You shouldn't have to pay a penny, but it's just a matter of, committing some time to find scholarships. And don't think that finding scholarships, oh, the semester starting, my payment is due. It's, you can look for scholarships year round. Some may have deadlines, some may not. So yeah, anytime scholarship searches are out there. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, very good. All right, can you give me the next slide?
Sure.
Okay, so some of the things that we do to support students, I think one of the main strategies is that we want to build a culture of achievement, culture of success, culture of family, if we say it that way, right? Community, that's really what we want to have, a small learning community, and that's what we are. We want to really enhance learning through mentoring, tutoring, and high expectations. And just for your information, in 1999, this program began modeled after a successful program at Xavier in particular, University of Cal, Berkeley, and Maryland, Baltimore County. Okay, next slide. So some of the freshman programs that we offer include specialized workshops. Many of you all participated in these. Each of you had an opportunity, I believe. Math reviews and testing out, research days, tours, virtual tours, GRE reviews. Those are other things, not necessarily for freshmen, but they can participate. This particular program is absolutely one of those opportunities that we offer. And then the Upstart. Now it's called the START program typically, but because we have a grant that's paying for it that calls it the Upstart, we're calling it just for the time period of the grant, the Upstart program. But really that's a leg up, and we'll give you a stipend per day. Not literally give it to you, we'll issue you a stipend at the end. But it's going to be an absolute fun 4 days. I believe it's going to be virtual. Ms. Nakamura, is it virtual?
It'll be virtual, and we have done it last year, and it worked very well. And it's a prelude to a freshman seminar class that all of you will be working with us. So it'll be very important to participate in the workshop. And then why not? Dr. Parker is willing to pay you, so don't miss it.
Right. Well, and it is a community building. It's get to know. You're going to be a cohort. Even though you're in different majors, you're going to be a cohort of students. You have this one course in common, and you'll have peer leaders that help you in the class and then in the Upstart program, and then they transition into the class as peer leaders as well. So it's really a wonderful opportunity, and it's just 4 days. So it's a good start to the semester. And then, well, there it is right there. And then your freshman seminar, really important. That started, I want to say 12 or 13 years ago, 2 years before I came, I believe, maybe it's a little bit longer. And we put the freshmen together.
Yeah, we started in a year that we got the big ARO grant. So it'll be,
well, no, that was a long time ago. Then.
Yeah,
that was 2005.
2004. That was the first semester we began.
Great, thank you for the correction. And so it's a wonderful opportunity. You're going to learn about the university. You're going to learn some career soft skill information. You're going to learn thinking skills. There's just a whole lot, and you're going to learn some valuable lessons from Ms. Nakamura. Okay, get me to the next slide, please. We're moving quickly. And then, of course, now you're saying, how do you do broadening field trips and seminars? We do everything virtual until it's time. I heard today from a faculty member that Houston went red, or maybe it was Harris County, but something went red level because we're having such an outbreak, a surge of COVID, this Delta variant. So we do everything right now virtually. We get you the field trips. Ordinarily, our faculty will arrange for them. We will walk, take the metro, take a van, take a bus, whatever we need to do to get there. But right now, the businesses won't let us come. Seminars, we do invite special speakers. We invite some of our faculty, so you learn what their research is going to be like. But look at some of the places we've been. I'll let you read very quickly, but they're wonderful, really wonderful places. They're not the only ones. They're just a very modicum of them. Okay, go ahead. And then, of course, this is the best one. You heard Dr. Chang and Dr. Fang talk about it, and some of you have already participated in research this summer in a 2-week mini program for a grant that we had. But you know, you want to get into the paid research, meaning we are going to give you a stipend to support you while you're doing all this work. Generally, it's 10 hours a week in academic fall and spring. Maybe go up a little bit in the summer, depends on how long the program is. Okay, but we will get you connected with professors, but you do have the right and the opportunity to knock on those doors, like Dr. Jang said. Introduce yourself to your professors. You don't know if they're doing research or not. And most likely, if they're in the CST, they are doing College of Science and Technology, they're doing research. But we will share with you that we have 5 professors on the grant, an active grant right now. We have 3 other active grants, and they then we asked 8 more because we have 13 because we had so many students that wanted to participate. So we supported almost 40, I believe that's right, 40 students this summer, and they for 5 weeks got $700. But you can see some of the research that they did. So it's very, very important that you take advantage. We will allow you the second semester of your freshman year to get going. We'll solicit you in Ms. Nakamura's class. We kind of wait for the first semester because your feet, you know, it's like sand. We don't want it to be like quicksand, but we want it to be firm so that you can walk on your own the rest of the time. Okay, next, please. And then we do host our own undergraduate research conference, and Ms. Nakamura will tell you more about that in the Upstart program and the seminar for the freshmen. But everybody doing research is, if your research is qualifying, your PhD will tell you yes or no, then you can present on campus, and that builds your resume or CV up as well. And then we help you look for off-campus research. We do support, meaning we give money to the conference travel. So most of the conferences are virtual right now. We still pay your registration and things of that nature if you get accepted. We don't pay anybody to go look and see. We want you to participate. Get your abstract accepted, and then we're happy to pay your money. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, these are just examples. I'm going to put this on YouTube. I've been asked in the chat, and then you can go through it more slowly. Okay, go ahead. And some examples of leadership training. Now, this looks like fun. It doesn't look like leadership training, does it? It is. Peer mentors get to go, and we are actually going to Camp Choye this year for a peer mentor retreat to train them. And they get to do some wilderness stuff, and the phones don't receive any signal. So they have to talk to each other through masks, but still have to talk to each other. Okay, so we have another type of leadership training, and that's peer-led team learning. So that is a 1 hour a week training program that takes place in fall, 1 day a week, 1 hour, 1 day a week, and then spring. And then we actually offered some summer, which I'm very appreciative of Ms. Nakamura and Allison, because we trained over, let's see, right now we have almost 40 students that are trained. So here's what we want. We know that peer-led team learning trains you in leadership, but it mainly trains you also in how to do tutoring in a facilitative workshop manner. And so that we hire these students for tutoring, right? And then they get money. So there's ways you can develop your little system of money coming in and out without going to work off campus. Okay, so we'll let that go. and move forward. All right, now I would like to introduce one more time Miss Nakamura. She is legendary, and I mean that with all my heart, because she was here when this program started, and so many of her philosophical views, you know, she's from Japan, and they're very calm. And they're wise. Now you can be wise and not be from Japan, but they're wise in a very unique way, I think. I've learned this over the 12 years I've known her. And so she's gonna just introduce her, I should say a little bit more, but introduce her peer mentors so they can talk about the program from their perspective. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Parker, for kind word. The START program and the freshman seminar class is always dear to me because always the first semester of the college will determine if you're going to succeed the rest of the years or not. Especially some of you are coming into Scholars Academy, that means you are receiving the scholarships. And that means most of you, the 4-year undergrad is not going to be your end academic goal. You'll be probably pursuing a professional schools or a graduate school. So, you know, we tease about it, but somewhat is true is in a freshman first semester, smarter you are, harder you fall sometimes. Because if you continue the way that you studied in high school, it doesn't matter how smart you are going to fall. So first semester, we're gonna hang on to your hands pretty tight. So that won't happen. And I got smarter over the years, you know, and I learned a lot about the communication of young people to speak now. When I first started to teach at the UHD, I was your sister's age. Now I'm old enough to be your grandmother's age now. So I have been working with my peer mentors, you know, which your ages are a lot closer to you. And I could be saying exactly the same thing. Dr. Parker could be saying exactly the same thing, but you guys hear differently from your peer mentors. And it sounds so right to you. So we got smarter, and we have been training and working with your peer mentors. And so you know, when we first started this program, it was just a few of us. Now we are including my senior peer mentor who oversees all of my peer mentors for me now. We are 16 peer mentors strong. So, you know, starting with, you know, 3-4 peer mentors, we came a long way. But anyway, so I over the years, I've learned, therefore, to delegate my authority to speak. And so I'm going to introduce my senior peer mentor, who is usually the former senior peer mentor, and myself and Dr. Parker watch all of the peer mentors in a previous year and appoint the senior peer mentor who oversees all of the peer mentors for us. And Brenda later, when she shares about the peer mentors, she will briefly talk to you about how peer mentors are selected. So another thing Dr. Parker was talking about, we will take all the peer mentors to this leadership training, and we used to call it retreat, but it is a leadership training. So I take them to the boonies. So if they scream, cry, yell, nobody can hear. So by the time we came out of that leadership training, there were strong people, but they were even stronger for you to lean on. So at this point, I want to introduce my senior peer mentor, Brenda Villalobos, and she will briefly talk about her, and she will introduce our mentoring team for the coming year.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brenda Villalobos, and I have been elected to be the senior peer mentor this year. Before I became the senior peer mentor, I served as a peer mentor. These positions can be acquired through a nomination by another peer mentor or maybe your faculty mentor. So that definitely could be you, like Riley said in the chat. It's really an honor to be the senior peer mentor. I realized that I wanted to be the senior peer mentor because I really enjoyed helping people. The sense of fulfillment that came from helping people and showing a lot of people compassion, answering those messages for college advice or academic advice. Really, I really like it here. You're in a really good place in the Scholars Academy, and I'm going to be here. I am a pusher. I'm going to push you. I'm going to motivate you, and I really wish you a really good semester, and I hope you stick around with us.
Right. Okay, next slide.
Next slide, yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to introduce them?
How do you want to do? You want them to speak?
How about everybody just briefly talk about yourself, and they do have a session to discuss all the others in just a little bit as well. So
right.
Everybody briefly introduce yourself, okay?
Did you want me to announce each name?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so for the NS Peer Mentor, we have Allison McKee.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Allison. I'm a senior and a chemistry major. So hopefully, I think some of you were chemistry majors when you were introducing yourself earlier. So maybe you'll be in my group.
Great.
Next, we have Ruth Sepulveda.
Hi, I'm Ruth. I'm also a senior. My major is chemistry. I was going to change it to forensics until I had my internship, but I know somebody mentioned that they were going to forensics, so feel free to talk to me if you'd like.
Don't disillusion yet. It's their first day. My goodness. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, next we have Gopakanya Echari Diaz.
Hi everyone, my name is Gopakanya and I'm a biology major and I'm a sophomore.
Wonderful. Anika Khan.
Hi everyone, my name is Anika Khan and I'm really excited to serve you guys. I'm also a senior like Allison and Ruth. We were actually in the same freshman class that you guys are going to be with. So I'm really excited for you guys to get to know each other in that freshman seminar course, because it's really a great way to like build friendships that are going to last throughout. So yeah.
Good.
Good. Karina Rodarte Alvarez.
Karina?
She was here earlier.
Okay, we'll come back.
Okay.
Well, let me just briefly say about Karina. Karina is also a legacy, and I had his brother, Fernando, first, and then he was a math major, and then sister, Diana, who was a computer science major. So we've been getting many legacies, and when I first started teaching at UHD 33 years ago, that UHD was not people's choice. Now I am so proud and glad to see that UHD became many people's choice institution. And
yes.
I have to thank you all.
Next we have Rachel Mendes.
Hi everybody, I'm a junior and I am a biology major pursuing pre-dental.
All right.
Okay, next we have Gaia Elias.
Hi everyone, my name is Gaia Elias. I am a chemistry major concentrated in biochem, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you guys in the fall.
Next we have Jessica Hernandez.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica. I'm also a chemistry major and I'm a senior, and I'm looking forward to working with every single one of y'all.
Wonderful.
Okay, next we have Nguyen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nguyen, and I am a chemistry major, and it will be nice meeting you all.
Nick, you can tell about yourself, or I'll tell about you to everyone, because this is one of my favorite. I know Nick is tired of hearing this, but Nick is also a legacy in a different way from Rodarte's. Oh, they were sisters. I have actually known his mother, his uncle, aunt. They were all medical professional. His mother's a PA. His aunt and brothers are medical doctors. And so I did not realize this, but when his mother was graduating, she had a cute little baby boy, and that turned out to be Nick. And when he showed up to my doorstep and said, "Mother said hello," and I thought maybe it's time for me to retire. You know what? Moment cross, but it is. You know, I just want you guys to hear that we have been sending many of these students to beyond the 4-year undergrad. We have not only for the undergrad, the professional schools and the graduate school, but we have a good connection to Lockheed Martin, or and the United, Microsoft, Google. We've been sending many of our graduates to prestigious or STEM workplaces. So we must be doing something right.
There you go.
All right, go ahead, Brenda, please.
Okay, and that was our natural science peer mentors. Now on to our mathematics and data science peer mentors. We have Alina Ali.
Hello everyone, my name is Alina and I'm junior majoring in data science. I'm part of Scholars Academy since I joined the university back in fall 2020. I'm looking forward to meeting you all. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Okay, and now we have Marcus Arzadan.
Hello, my name is Marcus. I've been with Scholars Academy for 2 years, and this coming is going to be like 2.5 years. I'm a junior and I am majoring in data science, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys.
Okay.
His sister is also an academy member.
Yeah.
Okay, so now on to our computer science and engineering technology peer mentors. We have Francisco Camposano.
Francisco is doing his last important presentation at his internship, so he could not be with us, but for good reason.
Okay, and next we have Ondo.
My name is Anne, and I've been with the Scholar Academy for 2 years. I'm a senior and I'm majoring in computer science, and I'm looking forward to being back to the campus in fall.
Wonderful.
Okay, and now we have Rafael Galvan.
Hello, I'm Rafael. I'm a computer science major, sophomore, and I look forward to working with everybody.
Wonderful.
Okay, and last but not least, we have Riley Hardwick.
Everybody, my name is Riley Hardwick. I'm majoring in safety management and I'm minoring in sustainability, and I'm going into my junior year, and I'm really excited to meet all of you and work with you and see you blossom into amazing scientists and engineers and morticians and whatever else you may be.
Yay. All right. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Professor Nakamura. Okay, let's see what the next slide is. I'm not recalling, to be real honest.
Okay. Oh, all the peer mentors. Everybody heard about what the academy's requirements and what academy does to support you, and many of the things. So we ask peer mentors to talk briefly about their experiences from each of the required events, or many different things that you're going to be participating. And I think everybody has the assignment, right, Brenda? Okay. You get started.
Yes, we can start.
Okay. Go ahead.
Did you want us to talk about the requirements, or just tell our stories?
Just
okay.
Anything that just striked you, from anything that
a little condensed. Okay.
Okay.
Just make whatever impressed you, and then maybe 1 or 2 things. Okay.
Okay. So Sorry,
you
guys, my kids in the background.
Don't worry.
So my kids are in the background. I'm a mother in college. Definitely has been a roller coaster. Many late nights, many tears, many early mornings. I graduated from A-Leaf Taylor High School. Definitely going to be a first generation college student graduate. I am an SAD major, and I actually started off as a geology major. And it really thanks to my teachers from high school. Definitely have learned a lot of good lessons from UHD, the Scholars Academy. I can't even believe that I'm the senior peer mentor, but I'm believing it, and I'm here to believe in you guys and to give you a lot of, lots of motivation. Hopefully my story can motivate you guys so you can believe in yourself, just as I believe that I can achieve anything, really. I want to talk about a little bit about the peer mentor program. You're going to be assigned to a peer mentor. They're all here, they're all present. They will be assigned to you regarding by major. So if you're computer science, you will be assigned to a computer science. And they will kind of be your role model. You can definitely ask them any question, look up to them. I know I have in the past when I was just a mentee, I asked my peer mentor many questions and they were there for me, really regarding anything, academic, personal experience, regarding a class or how to get around UHD, anything really. And you will become like a family with your peer mentor and everybody in that group.
Okay, very good. Okay, can I call on somebody?
Yes.
And
let me call on
okay, good.
people here. So
yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, Allison, do you want to quickly talk about the few events that you go through as a faculty mentor, peer mentor group throughout the each semester?
So I think me and Nick were splitting this part. So I'll talk a bit about the faculty mentors and he'll cover anything that I missed off of that. So the faculty mentor has been mentioned to you guys earlier throughout this presentation. And so you'll have a faculty mentor assigned to you along with your normal peer mentor, right? And they'll kind of definitely be part of your Scholars Academy like experience. Every semester you'll meet with them a few times, at least once will be one-on-one, and you can take that as a good opportunity to like go over any questions you have. I think your faculty mentor will definitely be someone that you should know to go to if you have like long-term questions, professional school, like things beyond just your bachelor's degree, but they're definitely here to help you with things that are more present concerns. Like you want to work on your CV, you want to have different important documents ready for moving on. There'll be someone who's in your same major, so same vein that your peer mentor will be. If you're a biology major, they'll be a biology major. Your faculty mentor will also be a biology professor or someone who teaches biology courses, etc. It's pretty likely too that if you aren't going to have them for a class like pretty soon in your college story, then eventually you probably will have their class at one point. But to kind of reiterate, they're going to be a good person to go to for any kind of academic questions, long-term, short-term, whatever it be. And then another piece of advice I just kind of want to insert unrelated to the peer mentor groups is that for you guys as freshmen especially, I think it's really good that you stay at school. Like anytime that you have to be on campus this semester, or I know this semester will be kind of iffy, but in general, it's been good to me and good to other friends of mine. I know that they would agree that if you just kind of stick around campus and like let your face be a normal sight for some people, then that really helps you just for making friends or just having a good time at college in general. So that's all I have to say.
Okay, great.
In addition to that, peer mentors are a significant component of the Scholars Academy experience as we help aid and guide a small group of approximately 10 peers throughout the year. How peer mentors group operates is that we are individually given a list of requirements to complete by the end of the semester. Some of those requirements are group projects such as communal volunteering at a school. Thus, the peer mentor group will meet weekly to decide the role as well as plan activities for the mentioned group requirement. In addition, peer mentors are to remind their group of any upcoming obligations so that no one is intentionally left behind. So anytime that someone is confused in the group on what to do, us peer mentors, we have the experience to explain and help with their issues.
Very good.
That's the first connection for you guys. The first person that are very dear and near to you that can answer many questions. And now the next, Ruth and Gaia is going to talk about, we believe in not just taking everything, but we believe in giving back to the community. And there are many of the companies and many graduate school, professional school, they were interested in how much you give back to the community. So we built that component in by Dr. Parker's suggestion, and it's a very good suggestion. So they're gonna talk a little bit about what kind of things they did in the past.
Yeah, so one of the ways we give back is every single semester, we do a service learning project. It's an event where we coordinate and organize to make sure that we go out to reach high school students around the Houston area. The purpose is to expose the students to all STEM fields so that way they're more inclined to enter college, considering it at least. In addition, it gives them more knowledge about the Scholars Academy program we have here at the University of Houston downtown.
Great.
Okay, adding to what Ruth was saying, some of the service learning projects we have done throughout the couple past semesters and years. Back in spring 2021, me and my group, we had it remotely, and we were basically judging science and engineering projects for high schoolers. And since it was remote, we had to basically be on a call, on a one-on-one call. It was like FaceTime, but not really. But you still see the student and talk with the student, interact, and basically just have like a Q&A session with them. And this was one of my favorites. Another STEM-related service learning project was back in 2019 when we went to Klein High School, and we were basically encouraging girls to go into STEM.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
That was a good one.
Next up, Gopakanya and Marcus is going to talk about the course that you're going to be taking with us in the freshman seminar course. All of the UHD students must take freshman seminar course as an incoming freshman, but we kind of beefed up a bit so we can cover more interesting topic, and they're going to share some of their experiences.
So I'd like to start off a little bit with the freshman seminar courses and what exactly it brings to you. So some of the qualities are teamwork, grit, and determination, as well as habits of research, networking, and applying oneself are all aspects that you see in this freshman seminar course. The course involves weekly vocabulary quizzes and teamwork projects. Within the projects, students are able to get involved in service for their communities. Within those community projects, students have the responsibility of delegating roles and working together to reach out to schools and other organizations, which personally has helped me become better at networking. The freshman seminar course also helps students to adapt to challenges and new experiences that come with college courses by providing the support and the ambitious and hardworking environment that helps you succeed. This environment is not easily found and is created by the expertise of Professor Nakamura and the CLCC PLTL community.
Wonderful.
She really left me with little to say, but basically, I really feel like the seminar course really helps students engage and intertwine together to become one huge community, like a family. We always promote that. And that's one of the big sell points with Scholars Academy is being a family. And I believe since you get to work together inside a whole bunch of different teamwork programs or projects, students actually have a clique or people to relate with, which is awesome.
And I think one of the studies shows that when the students become a part of the community on campus, they tend to graduate faster and stay in college and graduate faster. And I'm sure Dr. Parker will agree with me, and I'm sure she has seen many of that study as well. So I'm glad to hear that we can provide that community through the freshman seminar and the Scholars Academy. And Dr. Parker also worked with the incoming SA members who are not necessarily freshmen, incoming freshmen, So Jessica and Rachel, I think you guys went through Dr. Parker's seminar, right? So you might want to talk a bit about, little beefed up version of a freshman seminar class.
Yeah, so I took the course with Dr. Parker, like Ms. Nakamura said. Basically, it really helped us learn a lot about financial literacy, the goals and requirements that Scholars Academy has for us, as well as how to network with professors, peers, and the course really helped us also like reinforce our research skills and interviewing and networking with professors. So that was my personal experience. I don't know if Rachel, you want to continue.
Well, actually, I was in the freshman seminar.
I was going to say, I don't remember Rachel, but go ahead. Say something about the freshman seminar. That's fine.
Well, in the freshman seminar, we really got to bond together, and we kind of had a movie that we had to make a research, and we were able to present in the student research. So that was kind of my highlight, being able to present. So yeah, maybe because I took a year off and I came back.
That's good. That's great. Yeah. So you guys get to play with that movie project, and that's a secret in that you find out when you come to that START program. Okay. Yeah. Now the Karina is gonna share the interesting field trip that she attended, and Anne and Riley will follow with some of the seminars that they attended that was their interest. Go ahead, guys. Karina, are you here?
I think she's not. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Frank has this part too.
Yeah. Brenda, do you want to chime in about some interesting field trip that you had? Anybody that especially the one that you
Riley's here. Yeah, let Riley.
Yeah,
Riley
I can also speak on it.
Frank is here.
Here's a Frank.
Yes.
Okay, Frank, you want to talk about the interesting field trip that you attended?
Of course, yeah. First, I want to apologize for not joining sooner. I just got off work.
No, we told everybody you had a good reason.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to represent UHT here at Northrop, so I gotta put my best foot forward. Of course, yeah. So yeah, I attended the Tricon precast field trip in my freshman year, and it kind of gave me insight on like the whole like construction kind of aspect that Houston, provides. And that was really insightful. It kind of shows the students how the different avenues you can take with going into a STEM degree, and kind of gives them insight on what it's like working at a big company like in Houston. So I think it's a good experience for all students in SA to go through. And then obviously last year we had them virtually, but still I think it was a good way to kind of get a little distraction from everything that's going on. So yeah, that's kind of my experience.
Thank you, Frank. Do you have anything to add, Brenda?
Sure.
Right.
Oh, did you want Riley or?
Well, I think Riley was with Frank.
Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to talk about seminar or field trip? Either one,
Yeah, well, I'll talk about a field trip. I remember the Scholars Academy gives you so many options for the different field trips that you want to attend. For any interest, any field that you're interested in, the Scholars Academy will have one for you, I promise. And when everything went virtual, I just felt really appreciated. I felt like that was just one of the signs that the Scholars Academy really cares about us. They still wanted us to have that experience, but they allowed us virtual field trips and seminars so that we could have that experience while still being safe. And I attended a field trip that was a virtual tour hosted by National Geographic of the Sun Dong Cave in Vietnam. And I think it's one of the most recently discovered cave systems in the modern world. And it's one of the biggest cave systems in the modern world. And it was just so fascinating to me to, just clicking around and seeing this enormous, beautiful cave system and all of its features, from the comfort of my own home. And so the Scholars Academy gives us so many opportunities to learn and grow and not only broaden ourselves academically, but professionally and personally. Oh yeah, NASA virtual field trips, super cool.
Wonderful.
Very good. Anybody, I think Anne and Riley, you guys were scheduled to talk a bit about the seminar experience, but anybody who attended any interesting seminar?
I had a brief statement prepared. I just wanted to kind of introduce the freshmen to what exactly a seminar is. So seminars serve many purposes. They can provide education to students about various topics, but particularly with the Scholars Academy, they're gonna be oriented to science, technology, engineering, and math. They can help you, but they can also help you network. They can give you unique insight into different research programs and industry. And they're just a very beneficial tool for us as students to, again, broaden ourselves academically and professionally. And Anne, if you want to say a little bit more about that, maybe share your experience with some seminars.
So to me, seminar not only about knowledge, it's also very motivational, because it's not about knowledge the presenter is presenting, but it's also about their experience. And I really get inspired by that, and like feel very motivational. So I remember I used to attend a seminar about job in National Security Agency, and yeah, and I really got inspired, and the presenter talked about how to apply and what position that was available, and so I think it's very helpful to me.
Wonderful.
That's good.
Okay, did Brenda have something? If not, we need to move, but
yeah. I think Anika is supposed to talk about the on-campus research briefly.
Yes.
And Alina and Rafael already presented the off-campus research, but they can take a turn and just talk a little bit about what they got out of that research, doing the research.
Okay, Anika.
Okay, hi everyone. So my story actually, I got the way I found out about Scholars Academy is actually doing research with the TWC when I was in high school. So I actually didn't even really know about UHD until I did that internship, and I really liked the environment. It was really like a family environment, and the professors and faculty and Dr. Parker and Professor Nakamura, they were really helpful in just giving you advice and guiding you and just being there for you. So I really like that environment at UHD, which is why I chose UHD and through research. So a little bit about the other research I have done since a freshman is I did another TWC program, and I did, so it was kind of interdisciplinary. We worked with mathematics, applied mathematics with Professor Nakamura, and microbiology. So I like that you get a little bit of both worlds. So how Dr. Parker also talked about that a lot of statistics and math people go into data science, computer science. So within the research environment here at UHD, that it's really interdisciplinary, which is what I really like about it. I also had an opportunity to work last summer, which is when everything was virtual, but somehow Dr. Parker pulls through with the grants and she can find us something and pay us for it too. So it was virtual environment research. So it was really difficult, but then I continued on to the fall and I was able to go on campus and go into the lab. It was also faculty mentored. And through that research experience, I was able to develop a really good relationship with Dr. Kang, who is one of the faculty mentors. And I was able to get a recommendation letter from her for my dental school application. So definitely really take advantage of these research opportunities, and they'll allow you to network with various professors and develop relationships that they can help guide you in various aspects of your personal and professional lives, especially when you need recommendations for professional schools. So I highly recommend it.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay. Alina or Rafael, do you guys have something to add?
Yeah, so I would like to share my off-campus research experience that I just finished working with University of Maryland, Baltimore County this summer. So it was a great experience and we learned a lot about big data field. And the first 2 weeks, they provide us the training, explaining about machine learning and deep learning stuff. So I would say you guys should apply for off-campus research and internships. There are so many opportunities out there. You can just simply Google, and also in Scholars Academy Weekly Digest, there is a section of internships and research opportunities. So you can apply using those depending on your majors, and it will help you to like to work with your team, and it will improve your communication skills. And on the top, you're getting an experience, so you can put that in your resume or CV. So also it will help you to build so many connections with the research mentors, and in the future they can help you to find another research work or maybe job, or maybe they can provide you a recommendation letter. So if you guys need any help with application or just to discuss something, please do not hesitate to ask us. We are here to help you, and welcome to Scholars Academy. Good luck. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
We just wanted you guys to hear. Rafael, do you have anything to add?
I feel like everything's been said about mentored research. I haven't done any off-campus research myself yet, but I definitely say to apply to the opportunities that are presented to you when you can. It's very worth it.
By doing the research, did it help you your coursework as well?
Yeah, it did. It got me a head start on calculus too. So there's that.
All right.
I'm very proud of you, Rafael. When he came in as a freshman, I kind of worried that if he's going to talk or not. But now, now he's one of my right hand that is going to help you. And his presentation skills, it's Rafael, I just want to let you know that I'm very proud of you. Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to not hear from Dr. Parker or myself or faculty. You know, these are the people that went through what you guys are going through next 4 years. And so, you know, I believe in testimonial or from somebody that been there and done that. And so, you know, remember, these people are right there side by side for you when you get in trouble or just need somebody to talk to. Okay. All right.
Great. Okay. Thank you all very much. Very heartfelt, very true. And I appreciate that you reflect on what you've received. And we thank you so much. All right, let's move that slide forward. See where we are. Okay. Have at it, Mercedes. The Reader's Digest condensed version. Nobody knows what Reader's Digest is, right?
I don't think so.
That is sad. Okay, go ahead.
Briefly, 21st year of Scholars Academy. Thousands of scholars supported in STEM, over 5,000 scholarships, 7.5 million plus in scholarships, about 3,000 community service hours every year, about 100 presentations every year, 1,500 alumni strong, and over 44% advanced to graduate professional schools and 93% into the STEM workforce. Oh, sorry, y'all. Okay, so what's after UHD? As you can see, there's some notable universities there. I think it includes Ivy League, and so you have a very, very bright future ahead of you.
And I will just add, I'll just add, we need to, what's the next slide? Maybe I don't need to add it. Is it, oh yeah, well, we have workforce numbers also, so we'll get those later. Go ahead.
So advanced degrees, right? Professional programs, including lawyers in there, 3 lawyers. So yeah, definitely take advantage of those scholarships because you're going to need money. Upstart Program, this is the registration link, August 16th through the 20th. I want to say those are 5 days, Dr. Parker. So
4 days.
4 days, yeah, 19.
Yeah,
19.
Through the 19th.
Sorry about that.
Daily, and if you'd like, we can send you the registration link. And you will receive a stipend, $50 a day for full participation. That means all 4 days. And you'll be provided with materials. Okay. A big welcome to everyone here, new freshman members of the Scholars Academy, definitely graduating class of 2025. That's 4 years for you math majors.
Wonderful. Okay, now we'll take questions, but I think we've been here long enough. And if you'd like, you can email us, email me, email Ms. Nakamura. If you have a question for a particular peer mentor or a particular professor, ones that were here, ones that were not here, email us those questions. We'll get those questions to them. And, you know, we apologize for going over. It always happens, but we apologize. And those of you that stayed with us, thank you so much. Thanks to Frank for coming in. Thanks to everybody for being here. Are there, just one last time, any questions? Anybody? Anybody? No questions. All right. Somebody says they want to eat, right? Somebody's thinking it, I know it. Well, is there another tomorrow? Is there another tomorrow? There is going to be a tomorrow. What is the question? Is there another program tomorrow? Is that the question?
Yes, ma'am. I was asking if there was another, if there was going to be like another section of the colloquium tomorrow, or is this?
Oh my gosh, that is so sweet of you to ask. No, there will not be another, but we're going to, we don't give out the PowerPoint, but we're going to YouTube the video that we recorded this session. And if you want to have that, you can go to that. Okay, we'll put it, give us like a few days and we'll get it set up on our SA YouTube channel. And you can get to our YouTube channel by going to UHD's website, College of Science and Technology, and then look for Scholars Academy. And then you'll see the YouTube channel and you can enter in there. Okay.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
If you have a lot of questions, you know, you're going to be with us for 4 days before school or classes begin. So
that's right.
You're going to have plenty of opportunity to ask lots of questions. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
We'll
well,
make sure
all
you
of
guys
you
are ready.
Yes. Yes. All of you did a great job, and we just appreciate everybody that entering. Now, entering freshmen. If you have friends, I know you have friends. If you have friends that are coming to UHD that I don't have on my list, you saw our list. We have some money left, and if they're a STEM major, they may want to come in. Tell them to talk or email me, okay? And you all already know my email. So that will end it for tonight. And you all have a peaceful, restful 3 weeks. That's what you have before school starts, okay? Before the retreat, it's going to be exciting. And then we will see you August 23rd is the first day of class. August 27th is your orientation. Look at your offer letter, and then you'll get your contracts and other things will happen. All right. Thank y'all.
I had one more question.
Oh, one more question. Okay, one more question.
Okay, is the UHD 1303 seminar class with Ms. Nakamura, I think I'm saying it right, is it virtual? I think in my UHD
You know, it says like the location is to be determined or something like that.
Yeah, all of my classes is going to be face to face. So what they were doing is they wanted to see this class usually, you know, it goes from 30 to 40. So they were waiting to see how many students going to be in this class so they can give us the big enough
course.
Yeah, big enough room that everybody feel comfortable. Okay. And so
Okay. Thank you all so much.
I'll talk more about during the start session, but you know, we could do a hybrid. We can do, you know, we could do face-to-face some days, we can do some virtually, and I'm very flexible, and then you know, however we can get more out the process, you know, how different ways it is, I'm open-minded. So if you have any suggestions, bring it my way. Okay.
Okay, y'all have a good evening.
All right, good evening. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you, peer mentors.
Everybody.